Hello and welcome to Nationwide on the network service of the Nigerian Television Authority, the NTA. I am Norlene Ebel Ame, and here is the news. As the 2 weeks warning strike by members of the Academic Staff Union of Nigerian Universities, ASU, enters day 5, it opened up to the Senate on its insistence for improved funding to universities. The strike, which commenced Monday, 13th October, is with regards to allegations that the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory wants to take part of the land belonging to the University of Abuja. Another issue is the decision by the Ministry of Education to share part of the 50 billion naira allocated to universities with polytechnics and colleges of education, among others. As the meeting progresses, the lawmakers are appealing to both sides to reach a point of compromise. In other news, Nigeria has continued to hold several bilateral meetings with development partners and international financial organizations at the ongoing annual meetings of the World Bank and the IMF. Mukbulang Dakok in Washington, D.C. reports that the Minister of State for Finance, Doris Uzoka Anite, says the engagements have been both impactful and productive, adding that government is working to ensure Nigerians feel the benefits of ongoing economic reforms, which have been commended by both the World Bank and the IMF.
Strong roots, and that the impact is beginning to be felt. So within a very short time, we see that translating to more job creation, more social investments, more growth in even private investment.
The Nigerian delegation is also advocating for increased access to finance for Nigerian entrepreneurs, reduction in the cost of capital, and measures to stimulate job creation across key sectors of the economy.
Increasing its monetary provision to different sectors of the economy, demand-driven job growth begins to take effect, which means as spending is growing, people will take up the skills to be able to provide the services that are required in these sectors of the economy.
Elsewhere, Nigeria has joined the global community to commemorate the International Day for the Eradication of Poverty with a renewed pledge to uplift the poor and vulnerable through the Nigeria Community Action for Resilience and Economic Stimulus (NGCARES) program. National Coordinator of the Federal CARES Support Unit, Dr. Abdul Karim Obaje, revealed that the initiative has so far impacted more than 17 million Nigerians, in line with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's renewed hope agenda and the Sustainable Development Goal 1, no poverty. According to him, over 13.1 million people have benefited from interventions in social transfers, labor-intensive public works, livelihood support, and community infrastructure. In the agricultural sector, 4.1 million farmers have received support to boost food production, while more than 349,000 micro, small and nano enterprises have been empowered nationwide. Dr. Obaje commended President Tinubu's leadership and the guidance of the Minister of Budget and Economic Planning, Senator Abubakar Atiku Bagudu, for sustaining the program's impact. He noted that this year's theme, Decent Work and Social Protection, Putting Dignity in Practice for All, reflects NGCARES' vision of empowering Nigerians to live productive and dignified lives. It is another yearly reminder for nations to commit towards ending poverty as the world commemorates the International Day for the Eradication of Poverty. A day set aside to amplify the advocacy that ending poverty is not only about income, but about dignity, justice, and belonging, with the theme ending social and institutional maltreatment by ensuring respect and effective support for families. In this special report, Ruth Aguele examines federal government's efforts in poverty reduction.
Poverty is indeed a global crisis and not peculiar to Nigeria, a struggle that has posed concerns demanding urgent interventions. Going by a recent World Bank report, estimates show that about 139 million Nigerians are living in poverty. Could this figure be interpreted in a multidimensional index?
The issue of poverty could be multidimensional. So when we say multidimensional, it simply look at a different thing. Even access to social amenities could be poverty to some people. Access to potable water is also poverty. So when we say multi-dimension, it means they look at it from different perspectives and conclude that yes, there is poverty. But multi-dimension could mean different things in different manners.
As the world commemorates the International Day for the Eradication of Poverty, it seeks to promote dialogues towards ending poverty across nations, build institutions that help families stay together, thrive and shape their future. For Nigeria, the federal government is pulling strings to change the narrative, with interventions geared towards lifting millions out of poverty.
We are working on renewable energy, solar. We had training in 6 geopolitical zones of the country. Farmers and youth who are involved in cassava farming, rice farming, and most importantly also government enterprises and empowerment program to give out free collateral-free interest loan to 21,000 Nigerians of 300,000 each farmer.
We've carried out free medical outreach across the state because health is wealth. We've empowered pregnant women by giving them free delivery kits. We'll continue to reach out to communities to empower them, and it's part of the Renewed Hope agenda of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Improving social safety net programs is a task before the federal government by building resilience through collective efforts.
I'm calling on private sectors and all other well-meaning Nigerians to support the government effort, because government cannot do it alone.
And we must come up with accountability framework. We are trying to get the trust of Nigerians, because without trust, whatever we are going to do at this.
With the theme, ending social and institutional maltreatment by ensuring respect and effective support for families, an urgent call to put families first, promote social protection and end poverty in all its forms everywhere. In Abuja, Ruth Aguele, NTA News.
Now, call it a story of bleak to glory, and you will not be wrong. It is a tale of lost hope to renewed hope. This is the empowerment of about 120 returnees from different countries and potential migrants with diverse skills. Ruth Aguele again reports that this is made possible by the National Commission for Refugees, Migrants and Internally Displaced Persons in partnership with international bodies.
Some months back, some of them walked into the country, repatriated from different countries, and today they walk in as young entrepreneurs, certified and empowered in diverse skills, after undergoing intensive training for 3 months in textile and adire making, confectionery, fashion designing, makeup, hairstyling, and shoe making.
I'm more confident in actually starting off a business right now, so I'm really excited about this new leaf I'm about to start.
With these skills which I have acquired here, I'll be going higher tomorrow.
After your graduation, you may not find any of you on the street begging to eat or begging to keep his life ongoing because of the training that you have received. And I'm sure the beneficiaries will make use of what will be given to them to develop themselves, to develop other people, and also to develop the Nigerian society.
And for us, the Reconnect goes beyond reintegration. It embodies the fight against poverty and inequality by strengthening the capacity of young Nigerians with practical skills and entrepreneurship knowledge.
What we are doing is, I don't want to say just provide training such as this, but really try to achieve systemic change to support the Nigerian government.
A work of freedom and resilience in the Isle. Finding purpose from a backstory of torn dreams to a renewed hope for a brighter future. In Abuja, Ruth Aguele, NTA News.
In another development, National Hydroelectricity Power Producing and Development Areas (NHYPADEC) has pledged to sustain campaigns and interventions in benefiting states through community partnership and youth engagements. The Managing Director, Abubakar Sadiq Yelwa, said this in Lafia while engaging with stakeholders during celebration to mark the 2025 World Habitat Day. Aliu Tijani reports.
Climate change, resilience and challenges of urbanization are the key issues dominating conversations by stakeholders, and Nasarawa State is top on the agenda with stakeholders pledging commitment to HYPADEC strategy for safe environment. And to drive this, the agency is collaborating with state governments and traditional institutions to figure out critical areas of interventions, especially in security, health, social intervention programs, and community participation to be facilitated by the 2026 budget.
We join the global community in commemorating World Habitat Day, an annual event instituted by the United Nations to reflect on the state of our human settlements and to collectively deliberate on how we can ensure adequate shelter for all.
Affordable housing development is emerging as a critical issue that threatens the fabric of communities across the nation.
The stakeholders appreciated the advocacies and commitments of HYPADEC and pledged to continue to work for the growth and development of the agency and prosperity of the covering states under its mandates. The theme for the 2025 World Habitat Day: Urban Crisis, Response Building, Resilience to Avert Urban Crisis. Aliu Tijani, NTA News.
Providing a shield of protection and strong institutional safeguards, especially for women, girls, and other at-risk groups, was the focus of a 3-day step-down training on the implementation of the grievance redress mechanism and gender-based violence. The training, organized by the federal government CARES Support Unit in conjunction with its Niger State counterpart, seeks to equip and safeguard officers with knowledge and practical tools needed to ensure inclusivity within the implementation structures of the Nigeria CARES program. Mercy Fagbeyi reports.
The Nigeria Community Action for Resilience and Economic Stimulus, NGCARES, is a program designed to provide relief, facilitate recovery, and enhance the resilience of people, particularly the poor and vulnerable. 17 million Nigerians are direct beneficiaries of this social security intervention, with women and children as the target. Achieving the set objectives of meeting the needs of beneficiaries and protection of the vulnerable is why strong institutional safeguards, including grievance redress mechanism and gender-based violence manual, was established to allow beneficiaries and stakeholders raise concerns, seek redress, and obtain justice without fear or bias.
We have beneficiaries numbering over 17 million. It is impossible for there not to be grievance cases. So we are taking participants to the institutional structures put in place under the NGCARES program to address this from the community up to the World Bank level to ensure that grievances are addressed and are addressed promptly without delay.
They are going to equip them so that whenever they see issues, they will know how to handle them.
The 3-day step-down training in Niger State focused on building the capacity of safeguard officers to effectively manage complaints, prevent abuse, respond to GBV cases, and promote the implementation of the program in a safe, inclusive, and responsive manner. In Mina, Mercy Fabi, NTA News.
And here in Abuja, to develop a Nigerian film industry that is globally competitive, professionals and enthusiasts have converged on Abuja to brainstorm how to best position the Zuma Film Festival that fosters an environment where creativity thrives and economic opportunities created. Glory Agbo reports that the Nigeria Film Corporation, in collaboration with the FCT administration, organized a press conference on the 2025 Zuma Film Festival aimed at elevating standards.
The International Film Festival is already an established festival, right? So we want to grow it. We want to bring the whole world into Nigeria. So that's tourism. Once they come into Nigeria, and then we can showcase what we have, so that we can take leadership. We can take ownership of the sector.
So I think this is a very good platform, a very good opportunity where we can showcase Nigeria and Nigerians to the world in a very positive light.
And I can see that from the number of entries that we have, over 3,160 something. I think there were about 222 entries from India, 160 something from China, and 150 something from the US. So this tells you that Zuma is becoming big and strong, and it is becoming a force to reckon with, which is what we anticipate.
The festival, a premier celebration of cinematic excellence, is expected to attract industry professionals, filmmakers and movie lovers from around the world. The 2025 Zuma Film Festival is tagged Being a Nigerian Youth, Storytelling for Life and Creative Journey of Nigerian Youth in Today's World. The Zuma Film Festival holds from 1st of December to 5th December 2025. Security, no doubt, is a collective responsibility of all and sundry. With the current security situation in the country, Kogi State government has taken a bold step to strengthen its security with the absorption of vigilantes in the state civil service. Solomon Ayedehe in this report takes a look at this bold step as it impacts the state security.
Kogi State Vigilante Service, established by the immediate past administration of former Governor Yahaya Bello and placed under the supervision of the local government chairman in the state, aims to enhance crime control at the community levels. Over the years, the service was transformed and co-opted into the state security framework for effective service delivery. The recent integration of over 2,000 local vigilantes into Kogi State Civil Service is to further boost intelligence gathering and strengthen community policing. Working alongside other security agencies, the vigilantes will be instrumental in tackling armed robbery, kidnapping, and banditry across the state.
The governor, in his usual way, had decided to do this as a way of boosting the morale and pushing up the encouragement of the men.
That speaks the volume of the concern of the state to ensure that all those that are working for us, either the vigilante or the hunters, are cared for.
This pensionable and permanent appointment given qualifies them to register under health insurance benefit.
We are willing to give all and all.
We will continue to oil the relationship to ensure that they continue to offer the best.
With this development, Governor Ododo's word to tackle insecurity at the grassroots is gradually taking its roots. In Lokoja, Solomon Ayedehe, NTA News.
Still in Lokoja, Solomon is standing by live in Lokoja to tell us more about this development. Hello, Solomon. Can you brief us on what informed this decision by the government and what is the expected result?
Welcome to Lokoja. The goodwill by the state government is in commitment to enhance security in Kogi State since the establishment of the Vigilante Group in 2016 by the immediate past administration of Governor Yahaya Bello. the group has been doing their best to ensure security of lives and property. And to encourage them to do more, the state government has committed a lot of resources in giving them strategic security training. Apart from that, improving their welfare and providing logistics, including kitting them with necessary arms to ensure that they succeed whenever they go out on operations. And of course, because of the cooperation of the government, they have been working in collaboration with other security agencies, and they have been winning. And if you are following the trends, 3 days ago, they were in the bush around Kababun local government area in Kogi State, where they were able to arrest some bandits. That is the traits the vigilante groups are leaving behind in Kogi State. So this gesture by the state government is to say thank you in recognition of their commitment to security in Kogi State on one side, and also to encourage them to do more, believing that to whom much is given, more is expected.
All right, really more is expected from them, so we wish them good luck. Thank you very much, Solomon Ayedehe.
Thank you very much.
All right, from Lokoja, we take you to Lagos, where Hingino John Adams will continue with the news presentation from our Lagos studio. Hello, Hingino.
Thank you, Norlene, and welcome to Lagos. To foster a better relationship with a view to enhancing national development, the Zonal Director of NTA Lagos Network Center, Evelyn Ngosu, and her management team have visited the Nigeria Customs Service Semi-Border Command. The collaboration is also expected to create awareness on important national issues. Adejoke Odeka has the details.
Recognizing the importance of strong relationships, the Nigerian Television Authority NTA Lagos Network Center Management paid a courtesy visit to the Customs Area Command in Seme-Border, underscoring commitment to collaboration and synergy.
This is Seme, the border between Nigeria and Benin Republic, where trade facilitation is done and checking of smuggling.
Noting the key roles of the Nigeria Customs to national security, the Zonal Director, NTA Lagos Network Center, Evelyn Ngosu, sought to strengthen media relations, foster collaboration and understanding despite the distance.
It's exciting to know that we can do a whole lot more. NTA is not just telling you what decisions, NTA is telling you the implication and what this portends for the country if it is not done. So it's a relationship that I know is going to bring a whole lot more and the information people need.
The Area Comptroller of Customs, Seme-Border Command, Wale Adenuga, expressed delight in hosting the NTA management team, describing the visit as a harbinger of a new chapter in the relationship between both organizations.
Nigerian Customs Service has a long-standing relationship with the NTA. We started with the custom duty on NTA. We should look beyond what goes on with social media now. Let's reach the grassroots. Your coming today is not by accident. See us as a partner, and we see you too as a partner.
The visit is expected to yield enhanced synergy and strengthen the working relationship between the Nigeria Customs Service and the NTA. In Lagos, Adejoke Odeka, NTA News.
The automotive industry is a significant contributor to Nigeria's economy, being one of Africa's largest markets. In a bid to chart a new course, the professional platform of Auto Dealers Association of Nigeria has convened a press conference ahead of its forthcoming biannual award ceremony and fundraising aimed at recognizing excellence and fostering industry growth. Adejoke Odeka again completes the report.
With Africa's largest markets driving growth, Nigeria's automotive industry is poised for unprecedented expansion. To capitalize on this opportunity, the professional platform of Auto Dealers Association of Nigeria brought together some of its members to announce a major initiative, a 350 million naira permanent secretariat fundraising drive aimed at establishing a one-stop clearinghouse for all automotive matters.
There are too many associations in the auto industry that are not coalesced. So it seems that we're all working at cross purposes. But when you institute a national secretariat, all other associations can now have a meeting ground where we can cross-reference ideas, cross-reference policies for government, and present them.
Part of the reasons we are building our headquarters is for government to take us serious, because part of our job is to be like a watchdog, pressure group, if you like, to the government as it affects the automobile industry. Officials
say the association will further recognize and honor exemplary individuals and organizations at its 2025 biannual awards ceremony, featuring the prestigious Governor of the Year award, scheduled to take place on the 16th of November 2025.
We have to sit down, scrutinize the person, whatever he has done, the impact the person has been able to make in the society, directly or indirectly, in the industry, one way or the other, before we say, okay, this person is qualified for social award.
The association is calling on stakeholders, government agencies, and private sector organizations to collaborate and partner with it to drive economic growth and sustainable development in Nigeria's automotive industry. In Lagos, Adejoke Odeka, NTA News.
That's our contribution from Lagos. Sadia Umar is standing by in Sokoto, but that will be after the break.
Welcome back to Abuja on Nationwide. Sadia Umar Digi in Sokoto will join us later in the bulletin. Governors elected on the platform of the All Progressives Congress APC are in Birnin Kebbi State to deliberate on key national developmental issues. Top on the agenda is that of ASU strike and insecurity in some parts of the country. Correspondent Abdul Jalil Mohammed Bawa reports.
The 24 governors elected on the platform of the All Progressive Congress APC, with a few represented by deputies, began deliberations with a closed-door session which lasted over 4 hours, with a communique presented by the forum chairman and Imo State Governor, Senator Hope Odedema, urging the Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASU, to embrace dialogue and suspend its warning strike for the sake of national interest.
The PGF reaffirmed its faith in a united, secure, prosperous Nigeria. The forum committed to strengthening policy coordination, building interstate collaboration, and driving innovation across states.
The forum eventually met with party members and other stakeholders, reminding them of the gains of the Tinubu-led administration.
If you go to the National Assembly every day, you see senators and House of Reps people leaving their parties and joining APC. You turn your left side, you see governors leaving their parties and joining APC. It is not born out of nothing. It is the conviction that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has performed.
The event was attended by ministers, senators, House of Representative members, and top APC officials. In Birnin Kebbi, Abdul Mohammed Bawa.
In the meantime, the commissioners for information from APC-controlled states have applauded the commitment and leadership of progressive governors in steering states and making policies that are improving governance and enhancing the well-being of citizens across their states. This formed part of the communique issued at the end of the two-day strategy meeting of the commissioners held in Maiduguri, the Borno state capital. Umar Jabilemba reports.
The strategy meeting of the Commissioners for Information from APC-governed states serves as a platform to assess progress, enhance strategic coordination, and ensure that all communication efforts deliver measurable impact across the Federation. It is also an avenue for the state-level experience sharing that will promote good governance, policy coherence, and democratic accountability throughout APC states. The communique read by the chairman of the forum, Borno State Commissioner for Information and Internal Security, Professor Usman Tar, affirmed the forum's commitment to collaborate with the federal government in domesticating the proposed National Value Reorientation Charter and driving its implementation at the grassroots level across APC-governed states.
The commissioners affirmed that the APC governors are making the right policy choices and taking decisive actions that are improving governance and enhancing the well-being of citizens across their states.
The commissioners acknowledged the need for evidence-based communication and resolved to adopt a monitoring and evaluation framework with clear performance indicators to track progress on media and communication initiatives. The forum appreciated Governor Babagana Umar Zulum for hosting the strategic meeting and for the hospitality. The meeting resolved to develop a harmonized framework for addressing national issues that will impact APC-governed states. In Maiduguri, Umar Jimbarima, NTA News.
Media and information literacy in the AI era is the theme of the Global Media and Information Literacy Week, marked by Emily at the Now. During the session, key players in media and education noted the rapid advancement of artificial intelligence, which has transformed the way people consume and interact with information, underscoring the importance of media and information literacy in today's digital landscape. Panelists discussing the theme highlighted how MLI empowers individuals to critically evaluate information, discern fact from fiction, and become skillful creators and producers of content. Favor, a student, reads a poem she enhanced with AI.
Our campaign is to sensitize people on how to use media, particularly social media, responsibly, to ensure that rumor, fake news, spreading it across in our country must be stopped.
As AI-generated content becomes increasingly prevalent, the need for critical thinking, media literacy, and digital literacy skills has never been more pressing, they say. Media students from different institutions also attended the seminar, which aims to keep driving the adoption of AI across all sectors in the country. Now, in a world increasingly driven by technology, public servants must be equipped with the ability to use digital tools and platforms effectively. Hamman Jabani reports that this was the position of stakeholders of the Bureau of Public Service Reforms in collaboration with the Federal Capital Territory Administration and Budget Foundation. Capacity building program aimed at enhancing the skills of public servants on the role of technology in improving service delivery.
This competence not only simplifies administrative tasks, but also helps reduce paperwork, minimize errors, and save time. With digital literacy, civil servants can perform their duties more efficiently, leading to a faster and more reliable public service system. With the theme AI-driven reforms, strengthening public sector innovation and accountability, the workshop brought together civil servants from across ministries, departments and agencies within the Federal Capital Territory to explore how artificial intelligence and digital tools can reshape governance processes and make public institutions more efficient.
This is why BPSR is continually working with ministries, departments and agencies and non-governmental organizations to promote openness and to guide the adoption of use of technology in providing services.
artificial intelligence is not a distant concept anymore. It is here, it's reshaping governance, transforming service delivery.
This training will serve as a veritable platform for digital tools, data analysis, and online platforms to enhance officials' understanding of technology's role in governance.
Stakeholders believe that the digital knowledge will help build a modern, transparent and citizen-centered public service-driven transformation, foster accountability and prepare the public sector for the challenges and opportunities of the digital age. Hamad Jabani, NTA News.
Another major milestone in infrastructure in line with the renewed hope agenda of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has been achieved as Governor Sheriff Oborowere performs the groundbreaking for the reconstruction of the Warri-Sapele Benin dual carriage in Ove and Okpe local government areas of Delta State. Susan Esu has the details.
Warri-Sapele Benin Road is one of the federal government's critical roads connecting other major cities across the South-South and providing access to Edo and other parts of the country. At the groundbreaking ceremony for the reconstruction of the road, Governor Sheriff Oborowere said the initiative underscores the gains of synergy between the state and the federal government, emphasizing that development becomes faster when governments work together for the interests of the people.
As a government that put the people first, we did not hesitate to take up this project.
The Commissioner for Works, Highways and Urban Roads, Comrade Ruben Izeze, gave a structural overview of the project.
It's a 10-kilometer project, 5 kilometers on both sides.
The chairman of Uwe local government area, the Ovie of Uwe Kingdom, and representative of Oroje of Okpe Kingdom all applauded the state and federal government for bringing relief to the many years of hardship faced by commuters along that corridor.
This road and many other roads infrastructure across Uwe Kingdom are a catalyst for economic transformation.
The 10-kilometer project is expected to be completed in 12 months' time. From Warri, Susan Esu, NTA.
We shall now join Telma Elion in Asaba. She has more to tell us on what we just heard from the backgrounder. Hello, Telma. It's over to you.
Thank you so very much. As we all know, the government of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is desirous to ensure that Nigeria all over has good road network. This will help in ensuring that the commerce works very well. That is why they have paid, in collaboration with the state government, Delta State government, that is 10 billion naira in counterpart funding to ensure that there is compensation for those living along Warri-Sapele Benin Expressway, so that they can carry out a proper reconstruction of that road. And to do this, the section that is flagged off within the week is for the reconstruction is a dual carriageway which is to be reinforced by a concrete pavement, expanded shoulders, and extensive storm water drainage system. When this road is done, the whole of Nigerians and even visitors into the country will enjoy, because business will thrive. The farmers will be able to take their goods and services from the hinterland to where they can make substantive livelihood. Okay, and aside from the compensation that they have paid to ensure this, from the economic point of view also, the project will strengthen security in the area, because as we all know, hoodlums prey on people traveling, on bad roads. And if that road is done, like the federal government and the state government intends to, in the next less than 1 year, it's going to do away with miscreants on the road. The exploitations that we see along the roads will end, and crime will definitely, subside, will be brought to the barest minimum. So about 40% of mobilization has been given to contractors to ensure that nothing disturbs the reconstruction of this road. And in no distant time, commuters will heave a sigh of relief. And I tell you, not only Deltans, but the whole of Nigerians will be better for it. And it goes to show that the government of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and that of Sheriff Oborowori has the interest of people at heart.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Telma, for your contribution from Asaba. Okay, another break beckons on Nationwide. Stay with us. As Anambra people head to the polls on November 8th, we investigate how familiar voters are with key political party symbols. Let's link up with Jen Francis Obi, who will bring us the latest findings and voter rights updates. Hello, Jen. Over to you.
Total of about 2.8 million registered voters in Anambra State are expected to cast their ballots come November 8, 2025 governorship election in Anambra State. And with me to discuss the rights and responsibilities of the electorate is a lawyer, Barrister Okoli Akreka. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, madam.
Sir, we are talking of rights of the electorate, and we know that the rights exist, such as a right to vote, right to be voted in, and others. So, and there is this common phrase that defend your vote. Is it even
the Constitution imposes a duty, precisely, I think Section 14 imposes a duty on the government to ensure that citizens participate in governance. So if there is a constitutional duty on the part of government to ensure participation by the citizens, certainly there is also a duty to make sure that the citizens are given the opportunity to cast their votes and make sure that their votes will count. So certainly the voter has some rights. The voter also has some duties, and the law protects both rights and duties. Let me start with the right to vote. Once a Nigerian attains the age of 18 years and above, and that person is desirous of being registered as a voter, the law imposes a duty on INEC to ensure that that person is a registered voter. So being a registered voter, that person has a right to vote and be voted for, subject to other legal requirements. Having been registered to vote, that voter can function as a voter simpliciter. That voter can function as a voter and a party polling agent. That voter can participate as a stakeholder in the electoral process. In all these status and categories, the law protects the voter. In terms of voting, like I said before, that person has a right to go there and ensure that the smart card machine or any device that is being used to accrue that captures that person. Because the law imposes a duty on the presiding officer to ensure that prospective voters, are subjected to that kind of scrutiny. So the voter has a right to ensure that he or she is properly scrutinized for the purposes of voting. And the voter.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. And with this, we take you over to the studio for the rest of the Nationwide. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Jen. And talking health now, a campaign aimed at promoting healthy eating habits and reducing salt intake has been launched by the Office of the Special Advisor to the President on Health and Development Partners. The initiative engages the media to ensure Nigerians have access to accurate information about the salt content in their food through clear front-of-pack labeling. NTA Salwa Khalil Ibrahim was present at the launch.
Your favorite snack? Tasty, right? But do you know its nutritional content, especially the sodium or salt content? There is a silent public health threat lurking in the food and snacks we eat every day. High blood pressure arising from high salt intake. This can lead to other serious health complications.
Excess salt intake, which leads to around 2 million deaths each year worldwide. Nearly everyone around the world, particularly in Nigeria, consumes more than the recommended daily intake of salt. And we know that even in the preparation of our food, this is a challenge.
Policymakers and development partners are now working hand in hand to address these issues. They are setting a mandatory salt reduction target and requiring clear labeling of salt content on prepackaged foods.
Sometimes when you take some of these labels, trying to even read what is there is a confusion. Trying to understand what is there is another issue. How do you make a choice? So I think we're walking around trying to find out the kind of front or back labeling that will be easy.
And then people also need to understand that they should read the package, what is contained in the package and what they eat.
It's a very critical component of our collective efforts towards a reduction of cardiovascular disease in the country.
The presidency will continue to strengthen coordination, accountability, and investment to protect the health of Nigerians and to secure country's future by ensuring that we do away with hypertension, we do away with stroke.
So, before you open the next pack of that your favorite snack, take a closer look, shine a light on the nutrition label, and let your health guide your taste buds. In Abuja, Salwa Khalil Ibrahim, NTA News.
And that concludes Nationwide today. Thank you so much for watching. I am Nolene Ebel Ame. On behalf of the crew, we say bye for now.